going to install the Chubby Cup Junior on this Ultra Classic. The best application to put it is directly to the clamp with the offset. What the offset does, and I'll show you in a minute on that, it allows you to move the cup 2 inches in this little pocket right here by the bat wing. That way your gauges are clear, it will never hit your tank, and it's behind the windshield enough it's not going to affect the bottle. First you take it out of the box. It comes with an Allen wrench to put it on. Inside the parts kit, you'll find several different parts. You'll find the clamp. The clamp will have a different sleeve in it, and also in the parts kit you're going to find the 1-inch black sleeves that are wrapped up in this tissue. I'll show those to you in a second. There's an elbow that you're not going to use for this application. Other applications on the box, you will use the elbow. You have 3 applications with the elbow and 3 applications without the elbow. I'll put the elbow back in the box for future use if you wanted to move it to an engine guard. On some bikes you can put it on the engine guard, otherwise you can put it on the bag guard back here if you ride solo. There's a nut that you're not going to use for this application. Put that in the box. We'll use the 2 washers and the spacer. Unwrap the clamp from the tissue. We're going to take the 1 1/4 to 7/8 sleeves out. The 7/8 sleeves would be used if you wanted to install it on this bag guard down here. Since the handlebar is 1 inch, we take those sleeves out. Save them for future use, because you may want to put it on a different bike. You want to unwrap these set of, they come in the tissue paper, so when you unpack your package, undo your package, be sure that you don't throw these out. Easiest way to do it is to take and put the clamp over here without the sleeves in it. Now there's a left and a right. You see the thin part here, the thick part here, the thin part here, and the thick part here. You go thin to thin and thick to thick. If you have a wrench that has a ball on it, it's easier to install that way because you can get off at an angle. Otherwise, I have to do them upside down so it's easier to get to them. Once you start the threads, then you really don't have to worry about it going anywhere. Slide the 1 1/4 to 1 inch black sleeves in. And then you turn it straight up, move the wire harness a little bit, get it straight up and bring it right to the curve of the bar. That angle about right there. Then you want to tighten up the 2 screws to the point where it's not going to move around. But yet you can adjust it easy enough. Then you take the stainless steel spacer and you put it in this cavity right here. That spacer sets up a 1/32 of an inch taller than the clamp. The reason for that is when you put the cup on, you don't want to ever be chrome to chrome. You want to have that spacer in between so you're never jamming chrome to chrome and compromising the finish. Take the liners out, including the bottom liner. The bottom liner has holes in it to match the holes for the bolt that's going in there, so it doesn't take up extra space. Put the bolt on there with 1 washer. We're going to use the offset hole here versus center hole. Feed it through the offset hole, then add the other washer, then install it through the spacer into the clamp. And what that does, that allows you to move this cup 2 inches one direction or the other, so your gauges are clear. You can, if you have like a speaker up here, or not so much a speaker, but if you have an iPhone or a GPS, it allows you to move it behind these 2 bolts here for the clutch perch, so you can have a Sirius radio, XM radio, iPhone holder, or a GPS mount attached to your clutch perch. It's the only drink crawler on the market where you can put 2 things in the same place. We're going to install the bottom liner. We're going to put the 20-ounce and 24-ounce liner in. I offset this so it doesn't match up with the hole, because that hole is primarily on the side here for attaching for the side mount option. So I turn it so the hole is not open. Then I put the 12-ounce can with 16-ounce bottle liner in there. At that point, you'll need to bring the bike up straight and adjust it so it's balanced up for the rider. Does it look pretty level right there for you? Okay. All right, once you get it level, tighten everything up. Tighten the 2 bottom bolts on the clamp, then you tighten the bolts on the inside. Get the fingerprints off, and you've got a drink holder for the driver, a drink holder for the passenger on the Ultra Classic.